today I'm going to explore whether or not you can turn one of these sweet potatoes into milk. And well, I kind of just gave it away, but first of all, does it taste any good? I'll get to that, and I'll also show you the process by which I made this. So before I get to that, just a little bit of a background on this. I saw a post on the internet the other day, the internet, talking about potato milk, and I was intrigued because I had never heard of it, and I was wondering if you could do the same thing with sweet potato milk, and if it would taste good, first of all, and how hard would it be, all of that, because... No, wait. No. Because while you do have the option of coconut milk on AIP, some of you can't tolerate that. You do have the option of Tigernut milk on AIP, which I will link to somewhere up here in case you want to see how to make that, which is a great alternative, but it takes a while to make. 24 hours of soaking, and then you have to do some stuff. Another good option, but maybe not for you. And then also banana milk, which I will link to up here again and down here, which is a really great option, but that doesn't work sometimes for some of the more savory applications. So I thought potato milk sounded like a really good idea, so I figured I'd try it. So come with me as I try this potato milk, or sweet potato milk actually. First you'll need a potato. I used a Japanese white sweet potato just because I had one and I thought maybe the white one would be nice. But you could use a regular red or purple or orange or whatever kind. You just want to chop it up into like 1-inch chunks. Put it in a pan. And then measure out about 4 cups of water. And then you're going to put it on the stove, boil it until soft but not falling apart. So it's about like 15 minutes or so. And then you'll strain out the potatoes and put them into your blender. I just did this using a slotted spoon. And then the reserved potato cooking water, you'll measure out, and you're gonna wanna have 4 cups again. So a lot may have gotten absorbed into the potato, so just use some water to make 4 cups. Pour that into your blender as well. And then you can add a teaspoon or so of maple syrup. I mean, I guess it's sweet, but makes it a little bit sweeter. And then go ahead and blend it. I blended it for about 2 minutes. I guess that's what you're supposed to do. Some say 3 to 5 minutes. I don't know. 2 minutes seemed fine for me. And then there's this straining step, and you'll see in a second why I'm not kind of confused by it, but you can either use cheesecloth or a nut milk bag. I used a nut milk bag, and then I poured the mixture into the nut milk bag. And then you're supposed to squeeze the bag, but you see how much steam's coming out of here? It's a little hot. So I went ahead and I just let it sit there for about 15 minutes to kind of just cool down so that way I didn't burn my hands. And then once it was cooled down, I went ahead and squeezed. Now this is the part where I'm a little confused about this whole process because as you can see, I was squeezing and squeezing and squeezing, and at the very, very end of this process, there wasn't much left in the bag. I don't know if there was supposed to be, so I'm not really sure if this step was necessary or not. I think in the future, if I was to make this, I wouldn't bother with this whole step. But maybe there's some grain in there that maybe kind of got taken out. I don't know. That's a personal decision. But as you can see, it's very liquidy. It looks kind of like milk, right? All right, here's the test. Actually pretty good. It's got a potatoey taste to it, but I can taste the sweetness. I actually kind of like that. I think this would be good in like creamy soups and things that like banana milk wouldn't work in. I don't know if I'd want this with granola. Seems like it might be a little weird with that. I think I would prefer banana milk with that, but Yeah, it's actually pretty good. I'm pretty impressed. Who knew? So there you have it. Apparently you can turn a sweet potato into a glass of milk and make pretty good, decent milk out of it. So if you need another alternative for AIP milk, if you can't have coconut, or Tigernut takes too long, or you don't want banana milk, or banana milk doesn't really make sense in that particular dish, try sweet potato milk. It's a new one. And if you haven't already gotten the password to my Paleo and AIP Freebie library, I will put the link for that below, where you can go to thrivingonpaleo.com/freebie. And in that you'll find all kinds of things like guides to how to do AIP, things to eat, not to eat, all of that kind of stuff, meal plans, just all kinds of stuff, good stuff. So go and get that, and I will see you next week.